C-Doc again.
Yiggity yo, what's happening, party people in the place to be? It is Tuesday night, and yes, it is C-Doc again. I'm your host, C-Doc. Welcome to the show. And we've got a pretty cool show tonight, taking it underground. Very dope MC. But before we get to that, we're going to introduce the usual cast of characters. My co-hosts this evening. The first is got her start in classic rap radio. Our lady from the heyday of K-Day, taking it to the west side with Jennifer O'Jenny.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What's happening?
Oh, you know, we're here and we're doing it again.
Y'all play too damn much.
That's there you go.
I have to say.
What it do, Dre Mays? What it do? So
what it do?
Our other co-host this evening, hailing from the Jersey side of the Philadelphia, which is on the other side of the state from me. Also, one of the co-hosts of People's Distinctive Travels, ladies and gentlemen, Ultramag 7.
The Jersey side of the Philadelphia. I like that. That sums it up.
There you go.
It up perfectly. Yeah, I like that.
There you go. That was off the top.
That's what I try to explain to people. Is like I grew up on Philly hip hop because Philly's 15 minutes away, but I'm living in New Jersey. But I also got like WPRB radio station, which is in Princeton, New Jersey. So I got it. You know, maybe I could get New York stations at some time, but I got that tri-state hip hop in me.
Yeah. Good place to be, bro. How are things?
Good. It was 70 degrees today, so it's full on springtime.
It was crazy, man. Rocco got off the bus. He's like, I want to play outside. I'm like, I got shit to do. He's like, no, come on, let's go play outside.
I got shit to do.
So Rocky and I went out because he's going to be doing Little League here shortly. So tossing around the baseball. Yep. MG in the house. Yeah. So, So real quick, as we're waiting for our guest and our other co-host, who should be along momentarily.
You have to take your dog out.
I do have to. Well, she settled down, so we'll see. If I disappear, that's why. Got to take the dog out. But last week, or over the weekend, April Fool's Day. What day was that? Saturday, right? Mm-hmm. April 1st.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. April 1st, celebrate the 3-year anniversary of Enemy Radio's Loud Is Not Enough. And that came the day after the release of Mr. Chuck's new album, We Wreck Stadiums.
Yes.
It just dropped on Friday. We just dropped a little vid dash earlier today. So you can, if you're here on Channel 0 on YouTube, you can also go check that out as well. You know, take a minute of your time to get that Mr. Chuck D goodness. You know, I was going to pull up the cover art and I don't have it ready. Ha ha ha.
I saw that video today with all the exploding the demolitions of all the stadiums.
That was his idea, man. Yeah. He was like we gotta get the stadium demolitions and put it in there. Yeah. I'm like, perfect. Perfecto. So yeah. And getting a really good response to that album. We kind of snuck it up on people because I was fine tuning until the 11th hour, and then I'm like, you know what? We got to get it out for opening day,
right?
And which was Thursday.
You didn't sneak it up on too many people because it's been flying off the off the shelves.
I'm not mad at that. So
nope.
And it was great. It coincided with Chuck's appearance on Drink Champs.
On Drink Champs, yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep, which was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, had we been a little better prepared, he could have said, "Oh yeah, I got this new album," but like even he wasn't sure it was coming out that day. So but it's all good. It's all good. Oh, real quick, our other co-host is finally here. The man, the myth, the legend, the president of Rap Station, the man behind Hip Hop Gods, ladies and gentlemen, Flatline.
Yo, I made it.
Flatline.
Yes,
Flat
you did.
Lizzle.
How's everybody doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Flat Lizzle.
I'm here. I'm here.
Flat Lizzle in the hizzle.
Y'all play too much. Jennifer O. Jenny.
There it is.
Yep. Great.
Yeah.
Hey, Soul Buck in the house.
So business. What's up?
You can catch Soul Buck Sunday nights with JOJ and Ultramag on Twitch, on our Twitch channel, as they do the mixtape.
Yep.
Spinning the tunes for the guests that we're going to have on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Greetings and
What's up, Pipe Style?
Yeah.
Flatline, how are things?
Good. Everything's good. I got, because I'm always rushing to get here and I'm posting about my show and then running over here to get on this show. But yeah, everything's good.
That's right. Your show goes live tonight, huh?
It does. Yeah.
So anything interesting this week?
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, I'd be happy to tell you.
Please.
Okay, so new music from DJ Muggs, Madlib, and Mayhem Loren. New music from, of course, Chuck D. Just talking about him in the Hall of Famer, produced by the great C-Doc. What an album. I mean, an album.
Thank you.
And again, that's coming from a guy who, doesn't have an appreciation for baseball at all. So,
which you're not the only one. So that's like, that's, what's funny is that Chuck called me. He called me the day it came out, and he goes, "Yeah, people keep hitting me up, and they're like, yeah, I don't like baseball, but I love your album." And I'm like,
oh, wow.
and he said, which I didn't even think about. He said, "Yeah, he goes, it's like we almost forgot it's also a rap record."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking it's songs about baseball, and so yes, it is a rap record too. So
yeah, it works so well. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And and it's funny that it came out. So this is interesting. It's funny that it came out the day before this album had an anniversary. That's Enemy Radio, Loud Is Not Enough. Because on this album, there's a song called Born Woke. Mm-hmm. And the beat for We Wreck Stadiums is the original Born Woke. Mm. So I had done that, and it was Born Woke for, I don't know, like a month, I think. And then Chuck said, hey, you should take the Born Woke beat and make it We Wreck Stadiums. And I was like, okay, then I don't have a beat for Born Woke. And he goes, you'll figure it out.
Right.
There you go.
Man.
So yeah.
Recycling beats.
Recycling beats. So a nice little tie-in. And the other thing about that song, man, is if you've heard the song or you go listen to the song, it features Kid Creole on it, Raheem and Kid Creole, Free Kid Creole. And a couple people have asked me, they're like, how'd you get Kid Creole on it? Because he's away from home right now. And
away from home.
Yeah, that song was recorded like 10 years ago. So it's been sitting in the vaults. We were just trying to find a place for it, a home for it. And as we were finishing the record up, Chuck was trying to come up with a title. And just the one day, it's like, yo, We Wreck Stadiums. We'll put that on there. I'm like, perfect. And it all came together. So there it is. Yeah, that song's been sitting around for a minute, but glad we got it out.
Oh my God. We're going to have a choir here in a minute with the dogs.
Yeah.
Between yours and mine over here trying to sing the song of his people.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh my God.
And Roxy can't even hear, so, it's kismet, I guess. I don't know. It's that thing. So, but okay. MG says, same Flatline, all ball sports are not my thing, but the album is great nonetheless. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Yeah. And we've gotten great feedback from overseas too, where places they don't even have baseball.
Wow.
So that's kind of dope.
Yeah.
Not mad at
What
that.
places don't have baseball?
Like that, where it's not a thing, like in the UK and whatnot, where soccer is more of a thing.
Yeah.
Or football.
Football.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, get it right, please.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah. Get it right or be gone. So yeah. So what else, Flatline? We got a little tangent there.
No, that's fine. That was a great tangent.
Okay.
New single by The Chill, Ill Bill from his Bill Maddock mixtape, which is great. Him going in on the Made You Look instrumental with Vinny Paz and Slain. That's pretty great.
Heavy duty.
Hit Boy and the Alchemist and Freeway produced by Jake One, and I'm hoping, I haven't heard, but maybe if someone knows, I'm hoping there's another Freeway and Jake One album in the works, because the Stimulus package, that album is so dope.
And it's been a minute, right?
Yeah.
That's a while ago. Yeah.
That was a while ago. Yeah.
So it's time.
It is time. Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed there. So. Yes.
Jennifer's trying to fly.
He's antsy.
Yes. She is.
Yes. I see.
I'm being antsy for the dog, going, oh my God, let me out.
I know. Roxy, what?
She's
What,
gonna
Roxy?
pee all over.
Maybe. I tried to take her out earlier. She didn't want to do it, of course. I'm like, yeah, you're a jerk.
Two.
I gave you your shot. You blew it. What can I say?
You snooze, you lose, man.
Snooze, you lose.
Oh, what's my camera doing?
I don't know. Did you
That was weird.
went into close-up mode?
It was. It apparently smoked something on its lunch break. I don't know what's happening. Meanwhile, I don't even have to say this, but copy wrong. Stetsasonic Fallen Soldiers, 22,269.
Going
Views
strong.
just keep on coming.
Climbing.
Yep.
Keeps on going.
Yep. So, all right. Well, our guest is here. Hopefully he's ready. He looks like he's getting situated. Okay. So, we'll do the, we'll let him get situated here. Okay. Because there's a lot of moving around, a lot of moving parts.
Always.
Always a lot of moving parts.
And hopefully no technical difficulties.
Yeah, fingers crossed, right? Probably just jinxed us, Ultra Mag, but that's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
that's all right.
Or maybe that's a good thing. You never know. Maybe
Who knows?
moved it out the way.
Hard to say.
Seriously, Ultramag, get it together.
Dogs do have little sense of time. That is very true, Dartmouth.
Yeah.
So tonight's guest is a phenomenal lyricist, a staple of the hip hop underground, came up in the mid 90s and made his mark with the MHz crew. They're a crew, right? Is that correct?
They are a crew.
Yes, okay.
Legacy, I believe.
Yes, MHz Legacy. Yes. Okay. So and he's done some very interesting stuff. We're going to get into it tonight, talking to our guest, Copywrite.
What's up, y'all?
How are you, sir?
Woo!
Excellent, sir. How are you?
Copy.
Fantastic.
I've got
Thank you. Do you need to get situated?
Well, I mean, like, I'm good, but this fucking puppy is all over me.
It's the dog night, man. It's the dog night.
It really is, man. I'm trying to get her in the crate real quick without. Hold on, let me. This will go much smoother if I just do this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
Hold on. I tried to do it last minute. Hold on. Come on, girl. Snacks. You want snacks? Come on.
It's actually a 3-dog night.
Boy, Jennifer. Oh, Jenny.
Woo!
Dan.
It's a good one.
Okay, y'all. Thank you so
Wow.
much. I appreciate that.
No problem at all. I'm actually gonna have to step out and take my dog out here in a second. So before she, makes a horrible mess.
Dude, yeah, that's what I just picked one of those up, and I hear your dog now, and I thought that was my dog in stereo somehow.
And Jennifer's dog. All right, so I'm going to quickly turn the show over to my esteemed co-host, and I will be right back and catch up. So I will be right back. So guys, take it away.
Because he's taking the dog out.
Taking the dog out. That's what happens.
I'm gonna go collect.
That's what
mine.
happens when Mara leaves me for the night. With the kids and the dogs.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Yeah. So copy.
Yeah.
That's the brand new dog that we were talking about the other night, right?
Yep.
And what's the dog's name?
Sheba.
Sheba. Okay.
Yeah.
So that dog's. You've only had that dog like a week or so, or?
Yeah. She's really good, man. She already learned how to sit. She's a great dog, man.
Right.
Get this situated so it's not moving the whole time. Okay, cool.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
So, copy. Let's take it all the way back to Columbus, and how you got into hip hop and rhyming and all that, right? Give us a little insight.
So I was a fan of hip hop. Like I heard it in 87, right? 88, 87. And I liked it. I was drawn to it. But I started rhyming on accident. And what I mean was like Jakai had a boombox and he would like record skits and shit, right? And then one day he was doing, and we all just started freestyling. And then the tape, like people in the neighborhood heard it and gassed us up into thinking it was all right. So then we were like, well, let's try to write something. And then from that point, we just kept writing and shit. We just really loved doing it.
So was that just you and Jakai? Was Camus involved at any point, or was that just you and Jakai?
Later on, we didn't meet Camus until this was middle school. I didn't meet Camus till high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so let's put the MHz crew together, and if you can, that would be you, Tage, Camus, Jakai, RJD2.
That's it. Yeah.
All right. I'm not missing anybody.
Now that's it. There was a different lineup though. There was like an early different lineup, but that's the official lineup as far as like shit released. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, you got it.
So how did that? So tell us how that kind of came together. Is that just you guys rhyming? And so how do you figure that these guys are so nice that we're going to get a crew together?
It was all organic. Like I met Camus in high school, right? He didn't know I rapped. He didn't rap yet when I first met him. We drew. So I kept hearing, and people knew me as an artist. Like people paid me to draw Black Bart Simpson on their jeans and shit. Man, I got cotton mouth like a motherfucker. Hold up. Bear with me, man. I hope you don't have motion sickness, but just bear with me. So basically people knew I was a good artist, right? And people were telling me, oh, you got to see this dude, because his real name is T-Ro. They were like, yo, you got to see this dude T-Ro, like his shit is dope. And I kept hearing about it. And then lo and behold, we had the same art class together. Hold on, let me drink some fucking coffee real quick, man. Yeah. So we had the same art class. We ended up being seated right next to each other, right? So like we're right there. People were like trying to like put us up against each other, like on some battle shit, like artistic battle shit. But really what it was we respected each other's craft so much. He had really dope techniques. Long story short, I met Camus in high school. We met Tage by like going to like different high school football games and battling and shit and going to holler at girls. And Tage was from a different side of town. We heard him rap and we wanted him to be down and shit because we thought he was that dope. And then RJ, we met on a fluke because our DJ that we had scheduled to spin for us didn't show up at a gig. So RJ was there and we were like, yo, can you spin for us? And then we ended up having a lot of the same musical sensibilities. Like he dropped me and Camus off at the crib, at Camus' crib and at Camus' mom's crib because we were in high school. And we're just building on like Cool Keith and shit like that. And then we just started like, after that, we just kind of got we were playing him music and shit. And he was like, yo, he really wanted to make music. He wasn't making beats at the time yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
he comes from RJ comes from a very musical background. His parents are musicians. And his mom's actually a music teacher and shit at a school here.
Copyright incoming.
Okay.
Shout
At
out
the
from
bottom of the screen.
Mr. Chuck D.
Yo. Salute, man. That's crazy, man. Salute. That's crazy right there. I don't even know what to say. That's crazy. Man, that's crazy. Salute. That's one of my idols growing up right there. Still one of my idols. So that's crazy to hear anything from Chuck D, man. Salute. Much respect, man. Love PE. All that, man. Yo, that's crazy as shit, man. Salute. All right, I'm gonna stop. That's crazy.
No,
Oh, good.
we always have those moments. That's
Yeah.
that's the Chuck D moment. That's the Chuck D effect.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Yo.
So
So yeah, we kind of just met each other. And Jakai I had started rapping with, and then we had a like a personal like small like personal issues and shit. So we didn't talk for a while. Then we linked back up. So that's why he's not on the first record, or the first single on Fondle Him, I should say. But yeah, man. But I mean, for the most part, really, because Elliot went to school at Morehouse and graduated. RJ's very calculated. Jakai didn't really want to pursue the rap thing like that. Me and Camus really were like this, trying to make it happen. Like doing shows all across the city. Like we were just the ones that were really, 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 we had nothing else to fall back on, and we loved it so much, and we believed that we had some good shit. So we really were on it. Like we really are like spontaneous, whereas everybody else is very calculated. So a lot of the shit that happened is because of me and Camus, like us going to Philly and New York to Bobito's store and Footworks to drop off CDs, demos and shit like that, which later he would end up playing on KCR, you know what I'm saying? That ended up getting assigned to Fondle Him or whatever. So we were just adventurous, and a lot of that shit paid off, But a lot of the shit was, the core of MHz is really me and Camus, for real,
right.
At its core.
So,
Elliot too, don't get me wrong. Elliot too, Tage, but he was at school, so he missed a lot of records and shit. But like before we started putting out music, it was mostly me, Camus, Tage, you know what I'm saying? And Tage, he gets confused a lot with Cage, right? But Tage is a MHz, completely different artist. TAGE, telephone, address, geometry, education, TAGE. And that's not an acronym for his name. I'm just, I come from a collections background. This is an attempt to collect a debt. Any information obtained will be used for that purpose. So I'm just trying to spell it out, because people get confused. But he's got an album right now with Knots, man, which is incredible. Tage, yeah, man. Called Boom Black. Amazing.
That's dope. So what? I mean, just going before we jump up a little bit. What was like the scene? Like, what was kind of like the scene back then in Columbus? Like, what were people listening to? Like, what was the sound like? Was it West Coast, East Coast, everything, or?
It was everything. It was everything, but it depends on what circles you're in. Like, I listened to everything, but like within the hip hop realm, it was kind of East Coast. We kind of like the open mic, our local open mic, where everybody got like honed their skills at, like where all the DJs and MCs went to and shit. It was East Coast influence. You know what I'm saying? Like you would hear. It would be, it would be all the same. It would be, I Got You Open remix. It'd be Flavor in Your Ear. It'd be all the staple instrumentals that's going around the East Coast and shit that everyone's rhyming to, like all the shit that dropped as it dropped. But I used to kick it at this music store called the Groove Shack, so I would be privy to a lot of shit, like, because this is back when, matter of fact, this record store got shut down because they were releasing shit early. Remember when record stores used to drop shit before Tuesday?
Yeah.
You'd be like, yo, I can go so and so get. So they were doing that shit and they got caught doing that shit. But with that said, though, I was hip to a lot of shit. Like, I got steered into a good direction of underground hip hop and indie shit at a really good time because our mentor, Intellect, worked at the store. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me and Camus how to make beats, how to record, mic etiquette, all that shit. Taught me how to have delivery. I used to sound like I was reading off the paper and shit. But like, so when B-sides would come in, like for instance, right? Remember when Twister was Tongue Twister?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, you remember when he had a song called Suicide? It was an indie single.
Yeah.
And he dissed.
I got the cassette still.
Okay. So like I was hip to that shit as it dropped. So like being, you know what I'm saying? Like I got schooled. I was in the right place at the right time with the right OGs and shit. Really, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope.
Like he schooled me to Ultra Mag. I got schooled to all the break beats. I got schooled to just shit that put me a little bit, gave me a little bit of an edge against other hip hoppers because I got a cat that's a little bit older, who's super nice and knows the whole. You know what I mean? Like is super on some real shit, like crate digger shit, real MC shit, and knows his shit. You know what I mean? So me and Camus had a small advantage that way with intellect being our mentor.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Man, I only went digging in Columbus once, as many times as I've been through there. I need to go back.
Where'd you go to dig at?
Oh, geez, I don't even remember. This was like 94.
Oh yeah. And there's a bunch of spots that got shut down since then. There's some cool spots out here, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Spots.
I'm sure. Yeah, because I went to college in Dayton for a little bit, and I graduated high school from up in Massillon. So always go through Columbus.
How was that? Because Dayton's kind of hood, huh?
Yeah, well, it was Wright State, so we were out near the Air Force Base.
Oh, that's a dope ass school. No, that's a dope ass school. Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, that's a great school, man. They got a good music and arts. Don't they have a good art department or art classes and shit? Like a lot of musical shit.
Yeah, they do. I was in the film program there, so yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
I ran out of money and dropped out. So that was that. A year and a half, well spent. So,
Hey.
Yep.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Okay, so I got to ask. So how was the Fondulum experience? I'm really fascinated by everything that label put out.
Yeah, I'll give you the truth. At the time, we weren't too happy because we didn't have stickers, we didn't have any artwork or any of that. Like, to be honest, there was no contract or any of that. We were happy, but it was embarrassing because me and Camus wanted to like stunt and show people that we had made it, but our single was just a white cover. You know what I'm saying? So we were like, we were happy, but you know what I'm saying? Like looking back, it's a goddamn blessing and a fucking monumental thing. Now that I look back at it, but at the time, we were happy, but we were just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We wanted a little more at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like at that age, you kind of are doing things kind of with like recognition and shit. You know what I mean? Like you want to stunt, you want to show people, yeah, bitch, I made it type shit. Right. But we couldn't do that when the whole cover was just a white piece of cardboard. But to be honest with you, it was super dope because Bobbito would let us like. He had me and Camus. We went overseas for the first time in '99, and we were over there with like Dilated and just a lot of good cats, man. Fucking, we opened up for the Roots over there. Just a crazy J5, a crazy experience, and it wouldn't have happened if not for Bobbito and us being able to go on there and rhyme and shit. It was really crazy, man. Like it's really dope. It's amazing that it happened. The only reason it did happen is we had a manager at the time named Nelson Morales, who believed in us and shit, and he called Bobbito and was like, "Yo, I have something you might like." And then he was like, this is kind of pre-internet, internet was like, just, and he was like, come drop it off. So we drove all the way to Philly and to New York to his store Footworks to drop off like, you know what I'm saying? To drop off demos. So we, and we did that based on, because he liked co-flow and because, and organized, and we felt like our shit was kind of in the vein of certain shit like that. We thought that he would like our shit, and luckily we were right. It took him about a month to hit us back though, so we were nervous. We didn't think he was fucking with it, and then finally he calls and left a message. I think we still have the message. Left it on Nelson's voicemail or answering machine, and
yes.
Yeah, exactly. And was like, yo, he played world premiere and was like, yo, he's like, but the thing about Bobbito, he played world premiere and asked us if we want to put it out, and I said, yeah. Thing about Bobbito. And maybe to his credit, but he's so picky with the B-side. It's always really hard to find a B-side that he's happy with. Like we sent him so many songs, man. And Cage said he was the same with him. So, I mean, it's a dope experience. It's crazy that he's the one that, Doom, he's responsible for Doom's career as Doom. You know what I'm saying? Those albums came out, and he told us, see, I was a KMD fan in middle school. And I saw Who Me, the video, and I ran out and grabbed the cassette. And I used to wonder why the fuck no one else knew about him. But I mean, how it is. But so I already knew who, I was a fan of them. Matter of fact, I bought the What a N No cassette when the cassette single.
Yeah.
Before they got
dropped. Yeah.
It wasn't the maxi cassette. It was a skinny cassette. It was green and it had the thing on the front, and it had in red font. So like he told me that Doom was about to drop or Zev Love was about to drop his Doom. So I was excited, man. From a fan standpoint, I was excited, man. I mean, we're big Godfather Don fans, big Cool Keith fans, you know, and Cinnabite shit is we're into all that shit that's on the label, you know. Like,
Right.
I mean, we're excited, man. Very excited.
Hey, Copy, you got a question from Mr. Chuck D down there.
Yeah, he wants to know how touring in other cities in Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, any Kentucky shows. Did you guys tour locally?
We did New York first, to be honest. We did New Yorican Poets Cafe and Wetlands and stuff before it got shut down. Because of Bobito, he hooked things like that up for us. So I didn't tour. Ironically, I didn't tour spots like that until like a little bit later when I was like touring with Smut Peddlers and MOP and stuff. But definitely toured those spots, you know. The great Chuck D did, and man, it's those spots are kind of sometimes the dopest spots because they appreciate it a lot. It's almost in the same way that European in overseas they appreciate you because they don't see you all the time. In those little cities, they kind of appreciate you because they don't see you all the time, and they don't know when they're going to see you again. You know, it's kind of dope, man.
So how did you so going from Fondlem, how did you hook up with Eon and Mighty Mike for Eastern Conference?
So Cage called Bobito, asked Bobito for my number because he liked World Premiere. My mom gave him Jakai's number because I was over there hanging out. He called up there. I chopped it up with Cage. Mighty Mike wants to work with me. I called Mighty Mike and he was like, you know, and he wanted to work with me. So I took a Greyhound out there. Like talking about broke. I was on some broke shit. Had no job. I'm living in my mom, you know what I'm saying? Living in my mom's apartment. So he had to pay for all that shit. He paid for the Greyhound shit. So I went out there. I recorded Tower of Babel, and it was hard to find a B-side for that. It took a while. So that basically, long story short, Cage linked that up. Cage told me that Mai wanted to work with me and shit.
Was the megahertz kind of like on hold or
I tried to get he only wanted to work with me.
Oh,
I tried to get megahertz on. He didn't want to work with them. I tried to get Dead Ringer out on Eastern Conference Records. He didn't want to put it out. Yeah, he said no. So matter of fact, so basically we had a pact, and it was early on in our local days, which wasn't too long before all this shit we're talking about now. Camus locally was like the star and shit because Intellect wanted to work with him and shit. He was like, yo, he's ready. And he sounded great. His delivery sounded like he always had great delivery. He always sounded like he had like sound like a real rapper and shit. So like when that little situation, for whatever reason, they wanted to just work with me, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to do this to get us all in. And that was basically it, you know? But, yeah, man. The crazy thing is there was a label called Bomb Records out in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
Okay, so that's who RJ had his first deal with for Dead Ringer, and then he got dropped. And me and Camus, that's crazy. And me and Camus were living in New York at the time, and we would come out here to visit during like winter shit like that, seasons, holidays. And I stopped to check out RJ, and upon going back to New York. Like I stopped over there, he had a bunch of CDs he was mailing out, and I was like, "Yo, can I take like 2 of these with me, and I'll like let LP hear it because I'm over there a lot." And he's like, "Yeah." So I let L hear it. Immediately, LP heard it. First 5 seconds, LP was like, "He's like, this is dope." He's like, "What's he want to do with it?" I was like, "He wants to put it out." He's like, "Tell him I'm down." Like
wow.
L immediately saw it, and that's not to discredit Mai. Because Mighty Mai was kind of in the business of putting out rappers rapping the instrumentals. It may not have. I don't think it would have worked on Eastern Conference like it did on Def Jux. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Def Jux had a different vibe that was more artsy and more like, y'all know.
Yeah.
I think it just worked better on Def Jux. But yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's fun. In retrospect, you look at these things and you're like, wow, I can't believe they passed on it. But in the long run, it all makes sense. Because
that, and then also it's kind of good if someone's heart's not in it to not do it, because it's even worse if they're like, I don't really want to do this, but I think it'll make money, so I want to do it. That's even worse than not doing it want to. So yeah, I respect it all, but I'm glad it came out the way it did. Like honestly, like ask yourselves this: you think Canox Cold Vein would have done as good on Eastern Conference? I don't think. Right?
No, it had to be Def Jux.
It's different textures, different textures and shit. Yeah. A little slightly different textures, but yeah.
Hey, Copy.
Yeah.
I got a question. I was looking at this earlier today, right? Why is LP so dirty? Why is LP so dirty?
LP's not.
That's the highlight of the video.
LP's not dirty, and I was when you're on tour, you're agitated by people, man.
Yes.
And I was agitated, but you know, it's not LP's not. You know what I'm saying? I was very agitated, man. But I know what you're talking about. I wish I had a Pepsi can, because when you said that, I was like, oh shit, do I got a Pepsi can around here? Because it was about the Diet Coke. What, Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Yeah. LP's just like copy. Like for 10 minutes, he's like, but copy. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was stupid, man.
Oh.
That's part of this shit's funny though. I can't deny it though. But now when you're younger, you're just like a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like I was very you know, man, I was an asshole, man. I was an asshole.
No, if you don't get into a fight or argue or something on tour, being around these people all the time, like it's not working.
No, exactly.
It's got to be some type of blow up. Like, yo, why do you eat your eggs like that? Why do you brush your teeth this way? It's got to happen.
The craziest shit is when I was last night listening to this Prince Paul interview on I forget what it was, but he was talking about when De La shot up the other people's car. Did y'all see that? Dave and he said Dave and Mace shot up somebody's car while they were on tour. Bro, I'm gonna send you the link, bro, because Prince Paul was like he was like he hears a lot of rumors, and he asked De La if that was true, and they were like, no, that's true. They're like, he said there was.
At least he was telling stories about De La and not Stet.
Hey, whoa. I got no comment on that. This sounds very political, man. I fuck with Stetson Sonic and De La for the record, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
When you get Daddy, where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
where's
don't let it get
Odad?
Daddy on here.
Yeah, where's Odad?
But you know, De La's my favorite though. De La's my number one favorite group, favorite album. I don't like to say favorite hip hop album because that's kind of. Let's put it this way: if I could only have one album for the rest of my life, it'd be De La Soul Is Dead. You know, any genre.
Can't front on that, man. Yep. Oh, we got the cassettes.
Yep. Rest in peace, Dave, man. You know,
yeah. Rest in peace, Dave.
Huge loss, man. Breaks my heart, man.
Yeah.
Chuck says De La was hands down the most fighting crew ever in rap.
Who said that?
Chuck D said that. Yeah.
Oh, word. Yeah. Hey, on Island, he would know. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy too, because and yeah, that's crazy, man.
Oh my God.
He said Mason Dave dropped a lot of dudes. That's hilarious.
Vision is so bad, bro. My vision is horrible, dude. Like I could barely.
Yeah, it's small.
So I guess Peas Porridge was true.
Yep,
right.
True.
Right. Here in Frogland.
Man.
That's the album.
Yeah, man.
Stop it. Okay.
Wait.
Yeah. I'm Hemorrhoid. I'm the leader.
I'm the leader.
Yeah, where you?
I got the bit oxes, dude. It's like Brutus.
That album has the best quotables.
Crocker.
Yeah.
Crocker all day.
No, it does have the best fucking quotable. This shit's fucking man. That album's amazing, man. There's nothing like that. There's nothing else like that album. Like, no. I mean, on top, for so many reasons, man. Like they were bold enough to throw out an image that was working perfectly for them. They did that first in hip hop. Just a lot of shit, man. You got that album's incredible. That album, right when you think it's like starting to fall apart, it doesn't let up. Like right when it gets like towards like 1/3 of it, you're like, oh shit, Fanatic of the B Word comes in and shit, and like and Keeping the Faith. You're like, god damn, like this shit just keeps going. It's joints, man. It's nonstop joints, man. I love that album to death.
Really pulled a pistol on Santa, like
that record was like nobody was talking about shit like that.
right,
man. And the way they did it is fucking crazy. How they did it to where, you know, like it's insane. It's so dope. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hell yeah. De La Soul.
So
okay. So where are we at? You did the singles for Eastern Conference, and that led to the album?
Like, well, and then put out something with Raucous. Led to the album. I did a battle where I won this thing, the little it's supposed to be, man, it was like a bullshit. It was a battle that was designed to market Chris and Neef, Young Guns, right? But it was like a rock the mic thing, right? Where they had people battle in each city and everybody was like, basically, long story short, I battled at the 50 Cent Jay-Z show and shit, and B-High saw me. That's Jay-Z's cousin. He was managing Dilla at the time, and Bleak, you know, for what that's worth. Shut up, Bleak, whatever. And he was like, yo, I want to manage you. He started managing me, you know what I'm saying? And then that kind of fizzled out. Like Just Blaze wanted to sign me, and B-High was like, don't sign with Just. No one wants to be Just. People want to be Kanye. But really, he was probably thinking about his 10% with Just ain't going to be that big, you know, with Fort Knox. So I learned a lot of shit, man. But it was dope being able to, like, he also managed Bink, you know, which is one of my favorite producers too. So just like seeing certain shit, like I went out there a couple times with B-High, just seeing certain shit, man. You know what I mean? Like it. So that's how that went. That's like a fucked up version. If you want to break down, let me know. But
if you like
for y'all, you know. For the most part, I've been on some Maverick shit though, just releasing shit on my own on some independent shit. Right now, I fuck with a label called Man Bites Dog, who I've been dealing with for like 10 years, 13 years, and they're solid. You know what I mean? They put out shit with Rock Mars, Guilty. I put out a bunch of projects with them, and they're dope. So
yeah, one of the producers that works with us, Chrome, he put out a project with them.
Oh yeah. He's super ill.
Yep.
Yeah, he produced the shit on the Cannabis album that I'm on. The shit that dropped a while ago, the Bronze Magic shit.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah. So okay, so I was gonna say. So it was. Go ahead, Ultramag. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Now I wanted to ask, how did the Weathermen come about? Like,
Okay.
If you explain everybody who was in the Weathermen and how it came about.
All right, so Weathermen was MHz, which is me, Camus, Cage, Tage. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Cannibal Ox, Breesley Bruin, LP. Who else, man? Mondi. Basically Canox, LP, Cage, and MHz. In a nutshell, Tame One, Breesley Bruin, you know, and I think they put Aesop in later after I left. But basically, that was me and Cage's idea to basically dip into everybody's fans' pockets, right? Because we all have different styles, and we were like, okay, amongst all of us, we kind of cover the bases. Like my shit's straight up punchlines, LP's got abstract shit. So we're like, this way we can dip into everybody else. We could all have the same fans and dip into all their pockets. That was the true. If you really want to know the fucking truth, that was the true conversation that me and Cage had. And then we were like, let's call L and see if he's down with it. We called L on three-way. I was still working at a collection agency out here. Once again, this is an attempt to collect the debt. Any information obtained will be used for that purpose. And it worked. And he said he was down. And then later on, when we met Tame One and shit, because he was putting it out with Eastern Conference, we asked him and he was down. So, man, that's basically that's how that went. We had such an empire, man. That I don't think we realized it. That if we would have done things right, we could have really done some real big shit, you know? Because everybody in that clique was super amazing and had their own style, own niche, you know?
Right.
Yeah. It was like the super group of super groups, you know?
Yeah. But at the same token, when you do shit, when you form groups with people without knowing them by growing up with them, you jump into a fucking swimming pool. You don't know what the fuck's in there.
Right.
Like, for instance, I was like, after a while, I was like, I don't really gel with Cage as a human being. And that was my only issue. And I'm not going to give someone an ultimatum. You know what I'm saying? That's corny. I will remove myself, though, if I see some shit I don't like. So I simply remove myself. And then Cash got mad about that. Yeah, they got mad. Well, they got mad also because that's when the Rock the Mic shit was going on, and everybody thought I was about to get signed to Rockefeller. So they thought that I was not fucking with him because I was about to get signed to Rockefeller, but I wasn't fucking with him. I'm not gonna say reasons. I'm not gonna like throw,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying, this man under the bus, but just certain things as a human I just didn't gel with. And later on, everybody else, you know, basically did what I did much later on, you know, like they separated themselves from Cage, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
So
yo, rest in peace, Tame One. Speaking of which, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
That's you know, I'm from New Jersey, so that loss was huge. You know, big Artifacts fan.
Man.
Big Artifact fan.
Oh, hip hop. That's a huge loss for hip hop, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you talk about one of the things I'm always interested, you know, in loving it is that mid to late 90s New York underground scene. Like I feel like somebody needs to do like a documentary on that.
Yeah.
You know, on all those labels, all the like the place you talk about Wetlands and you know
and like Brit and down to Bronx Science and all the shit, all the labels we were talking about the other day and shit. Like
right. All that, yeah.
Yeah, that was a boom. That was like a boom, man. That was right before everything got oversaturated with like the SoundCloud type rappers. I don't know that SoundCloud exactly existed then, but it was before everybody really could throw their hat in the ring, so to speak. And it was like all that shit that was coming out was real dope, man. All the underground shit from all these different areas was fire. ABB Records, you know, Benny B. A lot of different labels, man. Stone's Throw early days, you know.
Stone's Throw, yeah.
It's crazy, yeah. That'd be a good idea.
It needs. There's so many different groups and connections. I was talking with Mr. Len, and I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like that like Co-Flow kind of started it. Like, you know, they were like the catalyst for that type of you know, for that indie sound.
I would agree with that, man. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. Honestly, including us. I mean, I was inspired by Co-Flow. You know, a lot of the shit that me and Camus were doing is when we came out as MHz, there was influence from what Co-Flow was doing in there for sure. You know, I definitely had I had Funk Crusher Plus on vinyl, man, and I used to write to that shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no, they definitely did that. And here's the crazy shit that LP told me later, right? You know how Raucous, like they were trying to make it look like they're like their whole shit. Basically, they weren't on that independent as fuck shit. Co-Flow was, and when they saw that it was working for Co-Flow, they tried to adapt that whole like mindset. But really, they just saw what L and them were doing, and it was working. So they were like, okay, let's just run with that. Jared and Brian? Is that their names?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. But they did a lot of dope.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Walk too far away from the Wi-Fi.
Should have stayed on the porch.
Yep, that'll do it.
Right?
Should have stayed on the porch.
Yep. Don't ever leave the porch.
Hold on. Let me. I wonder if he's just talking.
Yeah,
He probably is.
Yep, he could be.
I'll hit him up.
Okay.
That was getting juicy. I love hearing all that indie New York. Like, I mean, not even just New York. Like he was saying, ABB Records, all that.
Yeah.
Stone's Throw. Yeah.
It was an exciting time, man, because you know the majors had gone to like they were the shiny suit era and all that shit.
I was literally just about to say before he walked off the porch is that you know, Company Flow, High and Mighty, like all that Copywrite, of course, all those artists, those underground artists, restored my faith in hip hop when things were just so shiny, and I wasn't about to leave hip hop behind and listen to other music, but man, they really came in, and I was like, "What is this?"
Right.
Yeah.
And still to this day, you can go back to those albums and be like, "God damn!"
Yep.
It's really amazing.
Yeah, it was a time where I found, he was talking about the early days of the internet. We're talking 96, 97. Somebody posted up something about Real Player the other day. I was like, shit, Real Player. Yeah. And
he said his phone died. So.
Oh, okay. All right. But shout out to Sandbox Automatic. If anybody remembers Sandbox Automatic.
Yeah.
They were the first website that I ordered any stuff from online. And
there he is.
Phone died. Phone died.
That's all good. It's all right.
It happens.
Yeah. So we
were just talking about Sandbox Automatic.
Oh yeah, Ed Wong, right?
Ed Wong, yes, Ed.
Yep. He's cool. Him and his mom used to work in there. He used to have his mom in there working for real. But he used to, that was one of the major sites, man. That was helping underground artists get their shit out, man. That was a dope. That was a very dope site. I remember I was signing copies of the High Exalted in his office, and Vinny Paz was signing copies of some Jedi Mind Tricks album, and we were just sitting there for like a grip. But like Vinny was mad cool. Ed got his food. That was a dope. You're right. They should make a documentary about that. That was a dope era, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Daddy-O just said to say, and I quote, "Tell him I said, what's up?"
Oh, yo.
Next time, definitely.
Yo, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of him from Stet to the verse he did on Inner City Griots. You know what I'm saying? Griots. I'm probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But like, Flowing in File, the solo shit he did.
Oh, Flowing in File.
Come on,
that's
man.
The joint.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the
joint.
Yo. Yeah, man. That shit's fucked up, man. People, here's my gripe, right? Here's my complaint with my only real complaint with younger cats is that they don't really, it seems like they don't care to know what happened before they were here. You know what I'm saying? That's always, and it's helpful for anything. It only makes sense because you might be covering ground that was already covered, but more so there's a lot of shit to appreciate. Like, bro, there's a whole little era of shit that, like, remember when Milk D did Get Off My Log? He did a little comeback record and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was fire, man. Like little records like that are my shit, man.
Yep. Yeah. Love that. Love that. Never Dated. That's it. Yep.
The album. Yo,
yep. On American Records, yeah.
Yeah, that was Rick Rubin, right?
Rick Rubin, yep.
Yeah.
That joint he did with Ab Rock, Spam. That was the joint. Ab Rock.
Bro.
Bro.
Woo! Yo, I forgot about that shit. Now I'm gonna have to listen to that when we get off here.
You're right.
Yo, man. That's I like hip hop when it's more basic. Like I like it like Get It Together. Speaking of Beasties, like that, Get It Beasties and Q-Tip. Like, I like just dope loops and dope rhymes. I don't like when it starts getting really, really, really super musical, man. Like, sometimes that's real dope, but I kind of like my shit kind of like, just basic but dope as fuck. Like I'm a Gangstar fan, like I like my shit. Just like I don't like all this extra shit sometimes with it, man. It's like too pretty. It pretties it up. Even with the I've had engineers where I'm like, yo, like they're doing shit, like they're fixing things in my vocals, like flaws, and I'm like, please just leave all that there, because I like it like that. I like the texture of it being like a little bit raw. I don't want it to be too polished, man, because then I don't enjoy listening to it. It sounds too removed from what I'm, you know what I'm saying, the shit that I like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you record yourself now?
Some shit I do, but like I prefer to work with the engineer because then I don't have to worry about punching in and all that shit, all the aspects of it. But I mean, I do a lot like that, but I prefer to have an engineer for real.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just curious for artists that have, that were doing it pre, home studios and stuff like that. So I'm
Yeah.
curious
And like,
if
like
they
I got
still
a-
prefer it.
I've got a dope setup. Like I've got the LA610, which is like, the universal audio. I've got the SM75. I
Yeah.
guess I like to do, I guess like some shit I like to do here, like experimental shit. So I'm a voiceover actor, right? I got like signed with an agency to be a voiceover actor.
Nice.
So when I do voiceover shit, I'd rather do it here at home, because then I can get into character and bug out and really like do weird shit I have to do, like, you know what I mean? Like shit that I really have to do, like to get into acting mode and shit.
Right.
Which is easier to do alone, no matter what, because you get to bug out and just be free and shit.
Right.
Speaking of free, man, I gotta let her out, dude. I can't let her sit in there too long, man. That shit breaks my heart. I start hearing the through the eyes of
what was her name off of
Sarah McLachlan? Is that it?
Yeah, but
Yes.
yeah.
Or who's the dog? I'm sorry, Ultra. Who?
Oh no, that was it. I was trying
Okay.
to think the song. Yeah.
Have you seen the new commercial that she's in where they're like, "That's not a dog, that's a wolf."
Oh man.
Oh, but I want to see it. I'm about to YouTube that shit when we get out of here.
Oh. So copy.
Yes.
I don't know if you watched this past weekend they had the women's NCAA, and there's this big controversy with the girl doing the "You Can't See Me."
Oh, the John Cena shit?
Yeah, so let's talk about who steals your rhymes.
I mean, here's the thing. John Cena steals my rhymes, but John Cena stole that from Flavor Flav. That's what Flavor Flav used to do.
Yeah.
Even though he thinks he got it from Tony Yayo, Flavor Flav used to do that shit. You know what I mean? That's Flav's dance. But John Cena definitely stole my rhymes, though. It's a goddamn shame I can't like sue him, because I copyright my lyrics. The irony, right?
The irony of it, yes.
But yeah, I hit up a lawyer, and he was like, "Well, but it's fucked up, man. It's fucked up because here's the whole. Hold on one second. Cottonmouth. The real fucked up thing is that people say he's a fan of mine, and he's also said that in a bunch of interviews. And I would very, very, very. I'd be down to work with him and write him some shit to where he doesn't have to steal my shit, infuriate somebody who he claims he's a fan of, and then it's not like he's taking food off my plate. I mean, it's not like it's not taking anything away from anything, but it could have added on to something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know that Esoteric used to write for him, and yeah, man. I mean, there's an interview where Esoteric is talking about how one time John Cena called him out the blue and was like, "Yo, I need rhymes for da 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 da," and Eso had to drop everything he was doing with his lady and just write these rhymes for fucking Cena. So it is what it is, man. It's just a slap in the face, and that right there, that's what's fucked up. I guess that's not the only problem with the young cats, but like older cats, right? Like Cena, right? You claim you fuck with hip hop, but that's not, you don't steal from motherfuckers when you're eating off of shit, especially when you're eating good, and especially when you're stealing other people's shit. He said my shit in the ring at SmackDown. I mean, I've got the link. It's not like he said it on some small shit. He said it in a motherfucking SmackDown, bro. Like the thing and a million plus hits on the fucking video of it. So mad people saw him saying my line, and what he did is he said like 2 bars of mine against his opponent while they were in the ring, like little shit like that. But yeah, it's fucked up. But fuck John Cena for the record. Fuck John Cena. Bro, if you steal rhymes from me, like, oh shit, my dog definitely just pissed all over the place. You steal rhymes and shit, like I really like.
Oh man.
Damn.
What happens if you steal
He's
rhymes?
in the house.
Yeah, right. What happens if you steal rhymes?
Damn.
I need to know. Don't steal rhymes, kids.
Don't steal rhymes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's whack.
Yep.
John
rhymes
Cena.
this way. Yep. But that's right. That's the flavor.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. The flavor of all flavors.
I knew that would get him going with the John Cena. That's weird that Esoteric was writing. I mean, I get the I guess John Cena's from Boston too, or
Oh, is he?
I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'm just guessing.
On a quick John Cena side note, the Peacemaker show was fantastic.
Oh, what? Yeah, it sure was. That was a
Yeah.
good show.
Haven't
Very
watched
good.
You haven't watched it? Oh, Flatline.
Oh,
you
so good.
need to see it.
I didn't like him in Suicide Squad, so I was
You-
like, why am I going to watch a show about him?
You will love it. It is so, because I didn't like him in Suicide Squad either,
Yeah.
and I liked the Peacemaker show better than Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Peacemaker
I mean,
it's hilarious.
It's
violent. It's
it's hilarious. It's violent, but it has so much heart, man.
yeah.
It's just like it's fucking amazing. Mara and I watched the whole thing, and the last episode, she looked at me. She's like, "I can't believe it's over." I'm like, "I know, this was great."
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Dre Mays, lessons 1 and 2: don't leave the porch and don't steal other people's things. Yep.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Not the real guy. We've crossed paths a few times across the world. John Cena, Chuck. Do tell, hard rhymer. Do tell. Oh, real quick, Dre Mays. So yes, you mentioned this. You bought your signed copy of Revolve Revolution and got the Slam Jam sampler off of Sandbox. That was one of the first things that I did administratively for Slam Jam.
Okay.
Wow.
Back in the day, because I was a Sandbox Automatic fan and I bought stuff from them. And so I called them up and said, "Hey, I'm working with Chuck D, Public Enemy, Slam Jams. We got the Revolve Revolution album. I might be able to get him to come through, sign some copies." And I actually physically burned the Slam Jam sampler. So I forget how many of those I made, but yes, there you go.
Sorry, y'all.
No, it's all good. Gave us a chance to reminisce.
Yeah.
Yep. Wait, there we go.
Where we guys? What are you guys talking about? The Slam Jam sampler? Is that what I heard?
Yeah. So when we went back to Sandbox Automatic.
Oh.
Yeah. So like you said, you were in there signing items. When I first started working with Chuck, I got him to go to Sandbox. I went to New York and I got him to go to Sandbox and sign copies of Revolve Revolution. And then I had made a sampler that had other music from the label on there. And I burned a shit ton of them. I forget how many I did. And then we gave those away with people bought Revolve Revolution. So
I see. I remember like Hip Hop DX had preemptive hype, or not DX. That was Hip Hop Site. Hip Hop Site. Yes,
had preemptive hype. Yeah.
DJ, the dude out of Vegas. I can't believe I forget his name because he's a
DJ Pizzo.
Pizzo,
Yes.
yeah. He was a big dude too. Like along with Adam Quest from UndergroundHipHop.com. Like they were, those three sites were like the biggest ones: Hip Hop Site, Sandbox, and UndergroundHipHop.com. Man,
Yeah.
Shout out to all those sites. Those were big. Man, I mean, at the time, a lot of the indie hip hop that was being sold through those.
Yeah, that was the place to get it.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Dope.
Yeah.
It was a good era.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask. So you had the High Exalted in 2002. 20 years later, the sequel.
Yeah. Sequel released last year.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the thinking behind that?
I wanted to spell exalted right. I misspelled it on the first album, and I'm a stickler for grammar. So I said, let me drop this. Then I was like, but it's got to be a good album. I can't it was really bothering me. Like, I really just want to spell it right. I wish I could just put an asterisk on the album and every time I saw it. And I just said, fuck it, let me just do an album. But I was like, it's hard to do sequels though. So it's got to be fucking good. So I'm like, all right. So just be very picky. So really it was just to correct the spelling.
I never would have guessed that. That's a fantastic reason. That's great.
I'm totally bullshitting. I'm bullshitting. I wanted to try to get fans hyped. I wanted to go back to like very like I was saying, like just basic shit. Like I'm a huge fan of Sean Price and Doom and them passing is a lot of it is like what made me want to make my shit more basic, because I'm like that's the shit I want to hear. And like, because if you listen to like God Save the King, there's a lot of shit. I'm singing hooks and shit, and there's other people singing hooks. There's a lot of musicality because I had a lot to prove, because I started out as a battle rapper. And the first song I ever wrote solo was Holier Than Thou. I didn't know how to write a hook. I didn't even want to be solo. I only did it because, you know, to get to try to make moves for a song, whatever. Right. So after a while, I'm like, yo, I really just like making the raw shit. Like, I really just want to find the dopest beat I can and just say the most ignorant, dopest rhymes I can over it and find interesting shit for the hook. Like, so basically, I just wanted to to get the fans' attentions and then also serve up the right dish, you know? Like, have an album that doesn't disappoint with a title like that.
Right. Gotcha.
And I feel like I did, you know? I feel like it's good. It's never going to be as good as the first one and all that shit, you know?
Well,
just because, you know, but I just kind of wanted to let people know it's back to that type of shit. Like, just gutter raw rhymes and like the most evil gutter, hardest beats I could find, basically.
Yeah. No, that's dope. It's dope. It's a good follow-up. You know, it's worthy of the title. So.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got me my first digital write-up, because we worked on the video for the one song. So you got me a digital write-up with my name in it. So thank you for that.
The one with Bortle.
Yeah, the one with Bortle.
Maintain. The one that Chuck played, man. Yo,
yes.
I cried, man. I cried a couple times just hearing him introduce my name and shit. Like, man, that's crazy. Yeah, but thank you. Yeah, you definitely.
Thank you for even asking me. Thank you, brother.
I love what you do, bro. I'm a fan of what you do. I'm 44, so you know all the shows. All the shit. Like, I get all the references and all the. You know what I mean? There's only a certain people get all that shit. We're all gonna get all that shit. You know, we're gonna get a Knots Landing and a Falcon Crest reference when Sean Price said it. You know, right. Other people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" You know.
Absolutely.
You know. So I love what you do, bro. I'm a fan of pop culture. You know, I'm a fan of just all that shit, man. The shit you do is super ill, man. The connections you make between what you pick as the visuals, whether it's the audio clip or just like something that's, you know, that's a pun on the title or whatever, the shit's dope, man. I think it's super ill.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Damn it. I hate to reference it, but you did something the other day that just bugged me out. I was like, what the fuck, man? I wish I could remember which one it was, but
that's so much. Well, I was talking to Copy the other day, and he was like, we talked about SCTV. So the last couple joints I did with SCTV, but he was
SCTV.
Like, and I was a big fan of that show. So I was like, all right, let me get into that back, because there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's just yo. One of my favorites that you did though was one beer, the Doom song.
Oh,
the dad's mad at the kid. I forget. Was that Incredible Hulk? Is that what that was?
Yeah,
that's Incredible Hulk.
Yeah,
that shit is so funny, man.
Kid drops the beer, the dad gets pissed.
Dude. And what kind of beer was it? Was it like a discontinued beer? It's definitely a discontinued logo, but like it's Schlitz or not maybe Schlitz, but like Miller or some shit like that, or like
I think it was some fake beer. It was something they made up.
Yeah. It was Shasta. It was Shasta beer and shit.
Shasta beer. Yeah. Sugar Bear in the house. What a bear!
Don't scandalize mine.
Yep. Always good to see Sugar Bear come through.
Yo, salute, man. That's dope.
So,
yeah, man.
So Copy, you have an instrumental project coming out
It's
next.
out. It dropped. Like
is it? It is out now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's out on. Not my fault, man.
Tell the people, please.
Well, it's called Your Garbage Kid, and it's on Man Bites Dog Records. It's 32 beats that I produced with the MPC, the Akai 2000. It's all sample-based production, It's not it's not keyboard shit. It's it's I don't know, man. All I could do is ask the people to check it out because it's my first project of this kind. It's my first instrumental project. A lot of people don't even know I made beats. So I would just ask cats to check it out for free before they buy it. That way they can see what they're getting into and see if they like it. But I mean, I stand behind it. I think it's dope as fuck. But I'd rather people hear it on their own accord than me try to tell you what I think about it. But I mean,
Yeah,
I think it's super dope. I've been making beats since '96. I started out on a Gemini DJ sampler.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I got the MPC when we put out the shit with Fondle. I took some money and went and copped the MPC. And I'm picky with my beats. I think there's a lot of producers better than me and more prolific than me. So I like to go after, at least in the past, I like to go after like the best people. I try to get the best beats. But now I'm kind of to where I just really want to rap to my own shit, just because. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knows what you're feeling more so than you. So it's just kind of, you don't have to try to pick through a bunch of beats to find the vibe you want. You don't have to try to explain shit to people. You can just kind of make it yourself,
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like that at this point in my career, I know I'm not the greatest producer and shit. I just try to pick like dope ass loops. Like my shit all like rests on the loop. Like there's not a lot of other shit going on with my production, to be honest with you. Like I can't really play a bass line out. If I get a bass line out, it's on luck. Because the NPC's got the 16 levels and shit. And so, yeah. See, I'm an honest seller, man. I'm going to tell you really the flaws and the good points, but I think it's super dope. It's really dope. It's put together really well, too. I'd recommend people go check it out for free before they buy it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Man bites dog. That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's a label out of Virginia, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Shout out RML. Shout out Count Fifth. Everybody else on the label. They've been doing their thing, man, for sure. Putting out a lot of good shit.
Yeah. Yep. So that's out, and what's next?
I've got a High Exalted 2 Scene B is about to drop in a couple months, and I've got my own strain of weed coming out a couple weeks. It's been 2 years in the making, and it's like super potent indica shit that I've somebody in Canada who does this for a living at a company called Steel City Homegrown. Basically, I told them what type of effect I wanted, and they're doing a strain for Guilty Simpson and some other artists and shit like that. So I really try to get some real high potent shit, and I've got some music to accompany that. So that'll all be dropping real soon too, here in the next maybe around 420, honestly, if everything goes according to plan. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good that you're staying active and busy, man.
Yeah,
Love to see
man.
it.
It's a good way to fight depression. I suffer from that. I suffer from rapid cycle bipolar and depression and shit like that. So the best way to do things for me, aside from working out, is to keep creating art. Because a lot of artists get depressed when they don't create shit,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to make shit to be happy about it, So
Yep.
It's kind of a weird thing.
Well, keep going. Your art is appreciated.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. I really do.
Yeah.
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear saying you're
Get that dude.
He wants some of that super potent indica.
Oh, you want that weed? Yeah. Nah, for sure. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna come through with it.
He wants some of that super potent indica.
Nah, I hear him. Nah, I'm gonna come through with the campaign bag and get all y'all high.
Yo.
I'm gonna come through, and then we'll post up at 145th, and I'll have dimes and nicks and shit for sale. I'll post. Yo, it's legal in New York right now, right? Weed is recreational or just medicinal?
It is in Jersey. I don't know about New York, but it is in Jersey. It's recreation.
It's medicinal here in Pennsylvania. So,
do you guys have your cards? Any of you have your cards?
my wife does.
Word. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I once I started going to the dispensary, I started getting spoiled, man. Like street weed, like it won't get you as high. And like I want to support my friends and shit, but I'm like, man, this shit just doesn't do it. So I would buy, like, I'd end up like buying like a little bit of weed from my friend just to lie and act like I smoked it and shit, and I end up giving it to somebody homeless and shit. I'll be like, this is my homeless. I got homeless weed I keep in the side of my car and shit. And it's like not bad. It's not bad weed. It's just like weed that, you know,
Homeless weed.
it's not like once you start smoking all this shit, man, you can't. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard to go back.
Come to California.
No, I love California. You're absolutely right. Fuck this medicinal shit in California. Straight up. No, I was living in the Bay Area. I was in Alameda and San Leandro, and you're absolutely right. What part are you in? Where are you at?
L.A.
L.A. Well, the shit's fire in L.A. too. Yeah. I mean, the whole California shit's fire because they've got traditions of growers who passed on the knowledge. Plus, the sun is very, very, very instrumental in how the shit turns out. Hawaiian weed is good too because of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I like where this conversation is going right now. I'm like a huge weed head, so like I really love to talk about it. I'm really looking for some hash. Can I say that right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I give out my phone number and say if you have hash, call me at 6.
This is an attempt to collect a debt.
Yeah. Exactly.
You did a call back. Yeah. Man, this is a fun ass interview, man.
No, thank
See,
you.
that's what happened when Damage came out here. Except that every damn dispensary we went in, people were like, "Do I know him?" No.
No, you don't.
No.
You don't, unless you're big Yagfu front fans. But
Right.
I mean, yeah, I would have noticed him because I was a Yagfu front fan.
yeah, there you go. Exactly.
I could tell you about the song "Pause." My dick is so large. The hidden track on the album. You know what I mean? When I say I had Busted Loop. Left Field is my shit though. Like
Left Field is a joint.
man, that shit's still fucking amazing to this day, man. That beat is insane, crazy, man.
Yep. Left Field is fucking amazing.
Yeah, those dudes are dope, man. As a matter of fact, salute Yagfu front, man. Deranged and Damaged, and then what's the other cat?
Spin Force.
Spin Forth. And then there's
Jingle
somebody else, right?
Jingle Bell.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, they were
J.
dope.
Bills, Roxwell.
That was early.
They still are.
No doubt. No doubt. That's Cackalack. That's early Cackalack shit as far as worldwide shit, you know, like they were before J. Cole and shit, North Carolina.
Yep.
Early before Ninth Wonder, respect to all those people, but those are early pioneers coming from there. So that's they're dope as fuck.
Damage is actually watching, I believe.
Yo, I've spoken with them on Twitter. I reached out to them as a fan, asking them to work actually in the past. I just dropped the ball because I could be very flaky. So, pardon me. But they might remember that, you know what I'm saying? But salute Damage. I don't know if Damage is the cat I was talking to, but yeah, I'm a big fan of those dudes, man. I'm a hip hop nerd, man. I love hey, do y'all remember Y'all So Stupid? Van Full of Pakistans?
Oh yeah.
From Atlanta, the cats from Atlanta. Yeah, like there was a lot of dope. I'm a fan of hip hop, man. Like I'm a snob with it a little bit, but I'm a fan of it. I feel like if it's good, I will definitely find out about it, and I will know who you are, and I will love who you are. And if it's good, no matter what level of dude, you know, me and Ultra were recently talking about this. I became a big Paul Barman fan, bro, within the past 2 weeks. I'm like the biggest Paul Barman fan now. Like I fan out when I talk to him on Instagram. I'm like, it's crazy, but his shit's amazing, man. It's just so much different types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's great that there's so many different types of music to listen to. You know?
Yeah. Paul Barman, the joy of your world.
That's my shit, man. My shit, bro.
Charles to the players, no doubt.
His lyrics are insane, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's insane, bro. He's so dope. what's that one shit called though? 999.9999999. That one shit, the shit that's on Echo Chamber.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's man,
Well,
bro. Did you ever hear the shit with him and Doom going back and forth over that Prince Paul beat?
Oh,
yeah.
It's called Holy Guacamole. It's
holy
amazing,
guacamole. Yes.
bro. It's so crazy, man.
Yep.
With the Cretan sample. Yeah.
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 No.
Yeah.
That beat made me laugh at first. I was like, why are they rapping to this shit? And then I was like, Prince Paul did this? Then I was like, man, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what are you gonna do? Like, it's not that it's whack. You're just like, it's just like, yo. I think about One Crazy Summer. Remember when the one dude was about to his head was buried in the sand, and the one dude was eating beans, and he was about to sit down on a lawn chair, and the dude's head and that song was playing down on the corner. It's just like, it's just kind of goofy to me, but they body it so much that you gotta fuck with it, you know?
Yeah.
So dope.
Yep. Copy, do you have a like a rare album that that you were always trying to tell people about that nobody's like, or people are just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Either Mr. Hood or like Real to Real, like my younger friends, like Dom and shit, like people that are like a little bit younger than me. I try to tell them about, like, because I've got certain like classic albums like Master Race, Slaughterhouse, Real to Real, Brand Nubian, the first Brand Nubian, just like I'm trying to think of some bugged out shit. Honestly, though, what we're just talking about right now, Paul Barman probably is my hardest, which I've been telling people, like, yo, you got to fuck with this dude. Like, listen how amazing it is. Because, it's different. But in terms of like, of all times, man, Organized Confusion, probably Organized Confusion. Because I was a big, still am, but we were big fans of Express the Extinction Agenda album. And, yeah, man. I'm trying to think who else. AC Alone, All Ball. I used to really try to hit people to the All Balls Don't Bounce.
Don't bounce.
Hell yeah. That album's incredible.
The fucking title, the fucking title track by the Nons.
Yeah.
The Nons did the beat. Oh,
Yeah.
Who did that?
The Nons.
Oh yeah, the ones who did mixtapes. I used to sell mixtapes, but now I'm an MC.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they did the beat for that. Bass line is fucking ridiculous.
Dude, remember
here we go.
Mokiba, A Rhythm Meticulous, the acapella version does a mic track video is crazy. Like that, like rappers like that started opening my mind up to like different styles, like Organized and Freestyle Fellowship and stuff.
Yeah.
To like, oh damn, like Razzcast, like when I first started hearing those cats, I was like, man, there's so many, like these cats are really on some next level shit,
West Coast that's when I want, like mid 90s, I want West Coast heavy, because to me that's where the most innovative stuff was coming out.
Farside. Well,
Farside, man.
Oh, is it the mic there? Oh, is it? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, Tribe though.
Oh, okay.
93 might be my favorite year for hip hop, personally, man. I consider the golden era 88, 89. I know everybody seems to say the golden era is whatever era was 10 years before them. It seems like people do that. But to me, the golden era is really like, the Juice Crew, when things switched from like, that era to me is the golden era. When shit really got really amazing, like BDP, when My Philosophy was out and all that shit, and like just man, PE second album, first album, all that good shit. Kane, Juice Crew era, all that shit to me. But like there's, I don't know, man. Wait, you honestly forgot what the fuck I was talking about. I forgot what my point was, and I forgot what you do.
No, well, you said 93 might be your favorite year.
Yeah, but in terms of like the fact that Midnight Marauders came out that year, 93 Swim City, a whole lot of classic, a lot of polished albums that I really like. That's my favorite year as far as like releases go.
It's kind of I'd argue that it was the last. I'd argue it was the last year of like really super creative records. Maybe,
No, I see what you're saying, because a lot of shit. Honestly, here's why I have to side with you on that, because even De La kind of dumb their style down when they dropped Stakes is High. That was the
Right.
era where a lot of shit was like that because the competition was like all the basic ass shit Puffy was doing and blowing up with. So motherfuckers were like, damn, I really got to dumb my shit down or else no one's going to understand what the fuck's going on. I agree with you on that. Yo, when J. Rue's first album came out, what, 93, right? Or was that? Dude, that's my shit, man.
Yeah. Sunrises in the East, man. That record.
God damn, I love that album.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Do you have like are you like stationed right next to all your tapes?
He's got everything. You have no idea.
It's not
He's
fair.
got stacks of
I
crap
better
fair,
win,
man.
all
man.
over this table.
I better win tonight. So
Yeah,
Copy,
you got it. You
Copy,
got it.
You don't know what happens.
Well,
When you bring up the names of these albums, I flash the tape. Like if you see me, I got the tape. So I'm pulling them out.
And
then,
every time you see Flatline get up and leave, it's because he's
I mean, I
going
can go
to get.
Yeah, and I can go and get it all, but it's like
I got
Yeah,
it
I
right
do like
here
it.
with me.
Exercise routine.
Flatline.
Yeah, all my stuff is like over there. It's on the
yeah,
other side
mine's
of the
there,
room.
mine's there. Yeah.
I've never
They
won.
do this.
I
They
need to
do
win.
this every week. Copyright.
I
They
need
do
to
this
win
every
tonight.
week.
I need to win.
They pull out all the Barbies and the GI Joes.
I
Do you
think,
guys
I
get
think
points? Do y'all get points every time somebody mentions the shit and you guys have it or something like that?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. I was like, wait, I got the one. If I can
Yes,
find
Dre
it.
Mays. Ultra is in the lead.
Yes.
What about, do you have the Devo hat?
Oh my God.
Jennifer, Copy's not winning for the Devo hat. He's not winning.
I got something.
Oh yeah. Oh,
shit.
Optimus Prime in the house.
Oh, shit. I'm so blind. I'm like, is that Boba Fett or Optimus Prime? Yo,
All right, so Copy, since you mentioned it earlier, I do have this, and it's still sealed, but there's the KMD.
Oh shit! How the fuck?
Oh.
How do you still have that? How old is that though? Is that like from when it came out, or you're later?
No, I found it later. Yeah.
God damn, no, that's a find. That's a motherfucking find, man. That's crazy.
I can't find mine. C-Doc, I got it somewhere.
You got it. So, yeah. So I have. There you go.
Oh, yo, this ain't fair. This ain't fair.
Yeah, there you go.
This is what happened.
You don't have an Operation Doomsday T-shirt though.
Yeah, you got me beat. You got me beat with the Doomsday T-shirt.
Every week, Copy. Every week. This is what happens.
This is healthy. This is exactly what should. This is healthy as fuck. This is what you call like, man. This is exactly what should be going on. But my question is, what's everyone's favorite Doom or Zevlov X release, or Victor Vaughn, or whatever. I'm always curious to know that.
Mine is one that nobody will ever say, and this is my favorite Doom album. JJ Doom.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Nobody ever says that.
The one with governor and all that shit on it.
Yes. And it's my favorite because when I first heard it, I didn't like it. And I didn't understand it. And then I stepped away, and one day I popped it on and listened to it. And I'll tell you, Doom was prophetic because everything that's going on now, he talked about back in 2012, 2013. So that's why I love that album. JJ Doom is my favorite.
I definitely slept on that album. I only heard the singles, but I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the whole thing.
Listen to it, and you hear it when it clicks. You'll be like, "Oh snap! Doom was on one."
My dude Tirade, who's a huge Doom fan, really likes the JJ Doom record too because he's.
Oh, it's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I got one. No one will probably say either.
Okay.
What?
Danger Doom.
That's the one.
Love this album. Love it.
Flatline. When I introduce people to Doom, I always start with that album because it's so funny. I love that album.
It's funny. Hell, man.
Oh, that's the Occult Hymn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Love that album.
And the rhymes are funny. Okay, so me and Dom always talk about this. Like, it sounds like he just wrote the rhymes real quick just to get the money and shit, but they're still dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like slap them together, like fuck this, but it's just amazing and shit. I love it.
Even when Doom phones it in, it's still fucking better than half the rappers out there.
Him and Price. Have y'all heard the song called The Unexpected? Babu did the beat, and it's on one of DJ Babu's albums. Yo, That shit's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Him and Doom on duck season. The duck
Yeah.
season album.
Oh,
Yeah.
so duck season. Okay. Yeah.
And then motherfucking Price goes. He goes, Doom ends his verse. He goes, something, something, something. It gets skinned from the innards. And Price goes, Leonard Skinnerd. Why did you say that?
Yeah.
He said, not to mess up the ebb and flow of said track. What? He said, I always throw sixes. Return of Ike Turner. I always throw bitches. Man, he's bodying the shit, man. But it's like the illest, most simplest, most ignorant shit, but it's just amazing though, because they've mastered the craft to make it like so fun to digest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so dopely done, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Babu, as in, isn't Babu with Rhetmatic?
Yup.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he's throwing a master class at the school tonight.
Oh,
right now.
Nice.
Oh, shout out Rhetmatic, Beat Junkies. Shout out Beat Junkies,
Yeah.
J Paws. All those dudes are amazing, man. DJ Babs. Yo, I seen Babs do cuts for a song. It's a song called Boulevard Connection, Claim and Respect. He did those cuts without the record being marked. Like you know how people have DJs will have the sticker in the record. It was no mark at all. It was no mark. He was just doing it off, just him knowing where the spot was at.
Holy shit.
And it picked a spot on the spot. It's not like set up and
Right.
That was Rhett?
yeah. No, it was Babs. Babs. Rhett's a monster though. Rhett's insane. Yeah. Amazing, man. Rhett's the coolest guy in the world too, man. Shout out
There
to
you
Rhett.
go.
Oh Lord, here we go.
I got that too. Ultramag
Love Rhett,
pop-up
man.
book. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
Rhett.
so this is my favorite. That's my
Y'all are
favorite.
special.
Yeah. Black Bastards.
Oh no, that's amazing though. See, all the whole thing with this is there's not like every answer is so all the so this is amazing. That album's my shit, man.
So this is
Y'all are special.
so this is the original Ready Rock.
Uh-huh.
The first time it came out. But I am on a mission. It's my life's work, among other things, to restore this album. And I have heard, and I got to get back in touch with him, with Chuck, Mr. Chuck. I need your help with that. I got to get in touch with Pete Nice, because Pete Nice said he found the DATs for Black Bastards. Yes.
You know what else?
Copyright's floored.
There's a video for What a Nigga Know that we've never seen.
That we've never seen, yes.
We've never seen.
And
Where's
Sub
the
Rock's
video?
Sub Rock's on that song. God damn it.
I've heard Dante Ross talk about. Yeah, they had a video, but
They had a video.
we don't have the video.
Yeah.
So check this out. So Dante Ross said that they did another version of, I think it was either Mr. Hood or Black Bastards before they did it at the Real Studio. This was on the What Had Happened Was podcast with Open Mike Eagle. Shout out Open Mike Eagle. But I want to hear that version of the album. So there's a version that they did, like a pre-production version with completely. They said it's a completely different album.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that's because Doom released some of that on Fondle 'Em with the KMD Black Bastard Roughs and Rares.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know on that.
Yeah. Wait, where is it?
I remember that.
Here we go. Here
Of course,
we
it's
go
way over.
again.
It's way
Here
over
we
on
go
the other
again.
side,
Yeah,
but-
it's got that Pepperidge Farms logo, doesn't it? It's got that Pepperidge Farms logo.
You know whose music's been really dope recently, man? It's been dope, but like Curious's new shit.
Oh yeah.
Curious is
Curious's
dope.
new shit is fantastic.
I'll be right back.
Oh, this
Okay.
guy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so yes, here we go. There's the. Let me bring it up. There's the Roughs and Rares. Yeah. So the Roughs and Rares had
That's shit.
Get You Now.
Lunas.
Roughs and Rares has Get You Now, Contact Blitz, Sweet Premium Wine, and then it has Popcorn that wasn't actually on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
See,
yeah, they are different versions. Yeah.
Damn, dude. Yeah.
Oh, curious.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Look
that's-
out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this guy.
Ah.
Ooh.
I didn't know that vinyl was colored like that. Is that the
That's pretty.
That's pretty.
It is dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to
Tie-dye.
Curious. Curious is incredible.
Yep.
Wow, that's nice looking.
That album's great. Spell It With a J is my shit. That whole
Spell It With a
album.
J.
It makes this look like whatever.
That's still dope, Jen. Still dope. We love the Red Stet records.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those.
It counts. I don't have the red one either.
Yo, there's nothing better than colored vinyl.
Yep. So yeah.
Y'all
Anyway, the
Y'all
KMD
can duke it out.
KMD Black Bastards Roughs and Rares. This was the second record I got from Sandbox Automatic.
Damn.
Y'all can duke it out. I've got 26 and 27.
But you don't have this one.
Uh-huh. You don't have this one.
I got that. That has the instrumental on the flip.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I have the black vinyl. I think it has the acapella on the flip.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So
Aren't they the same? Wait a minute.
no, it's different. The Goo was supposed
No,
to
you're
send me the
right.
red
This
one.
is acapella and this is instrumental.
Yeah. He was supposed to send me that, but I think he ran out.
They don't have any more.
Yeah, he sold out. So
But Copy, do they know how much you like this album?
Which one?
Oh,
That one?
yeah.
Oh, he's the I'm the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
That's the record, the album that got me into hip hop. Like
Yeah.
that's the first tape that I listened
Yep.
to, like when I went to sleep in my Walkman and shit.
Yeah.
Here
Wow.
we go.
Yeah,
Since
I love
y'all
that.
are showing stupid.
oh yeah, there you go.
Damn, dude. Is that the Busted Loop single with the
Yep.
Diamond D remix?
Yep.
Yep.
God damn. Anybody watch Rick and Morty?
Yes.
God damn. What's that little guy? Noop, the little guy that they keep cracking jokes, and Noop's like, God damn.
Busted Loop.
Rick is ripped on motherfuckers.
And then there's this one.
Wait, what's the difference? Flatline.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
what the fuck?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Well, there's no difference.
They're just
other than-
printed different.
Yeah.
One's
Oh.
like
Oh, you gonna stunt? You
Just the
got this one?
cover's different.
got this
I got
one?
rocked. I have rocked the house.
Don't make me get up again.
You
Yeah.
got this one?
I got Rock House in the
Make me get
basement
up
somewhere.
again.
The deluxe. The
You got this one?
CD deluxe. Yeah, I got
Oh.
that too.
I think I could beat Mike Tyson. I don't want that one. I don't.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Not a very good album.
So quick like icing. Yo, Jeff, I really think I could beat Mike Tyson. Man, that's when I started getting really let down, because like I first started listening to hip hop, like, and I didn't know how to differentiate bubblegum shit from, like, I didn't know what was what yet. And
Yeah.
I heard that shit and I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is too stupid, because he's really rapping and shit on Rock the House, and he's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Like they've got the songs like, they've got Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble and Nightmare on My Street and shit, but they also have the shit. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper, the title track, he's bodying shit, or
Yeah.
more like Rambo or like Lando Calrissian. Did you know he was down with the Force? He's killing it. Like a lot of Philly rappers, most Philly rappers are amazing. Yeah.
Yep.
Like he's killing it on that shit, man.
I just found a tape that I've been looking for like 35 years. It's Steady B was at a station in Philly, and he was calling out Fresh Prince, and then Fresh Prince was up there with Jazzy Jeff, and Fresh Prince just served him. Like he just kept on busting on him, and
What?
Wow.
and Steady B wanted to fight. He was like, "Yo, you keep on doing it, man. We gonna fight." Somebody just sent it to me like a couple weeks ago. I heard it when it was live, so I'm like,
Wow.
Can you send me that?
yeah. It's like on a
And can you
SoundCloud.
send me that?
Yeah. Send it.
I send everybody.
Pass it around, man.
Yeah.
CC us all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. Holy smokes.
Like when you hear there's shit that I've heard, like matter of fact, Rock the House, right? I lost that cassette on the way. We took a Greyhound from Florida to Columbus, like moving up here as kids, like on the Greyhound, and then like 10 years later I heard it again, and I was like, yup. I was like, oh shit, I remember this song, and like certain like rhythm it'll be stuck in your head from a long ass time ago when you heard it. It's bugged out, man, but it's like you'll remember it very, very, very close to how it was.
Knack, I wish I had that. I wish I had the one with the Run DMC.
The Run DMC cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
The original Rock the House. It had the cover was a takeoff of Run DMC's.
It used to look like this.
Like that, yeah.
Oh,
So it's just their heads peeking out.
Yeah.
Dude.
Look just like that.
Roxy, chill out.
man.
Boy, there's incoming.
Wow.
There you go.
Quick shout from one of the dopest rides I've ever heard. Peace and much love. Copywrite.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Everybody's so kind, man.
All right, so
Caught us on a good day.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anything else you want to promote, Copy, before we go?
Man, I just, follow me on Instagram. I'll keep everybody updated with shit. I just want to thank you guys for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. I have enjoyed myself talking to you. And anytime that you guys will have me, I'd be more than happy to come back.
You just let us know. Anytime you're going to drop something, let us know, man. Come through.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, thank you for sharing your time with us, bro.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. We're going to wrap it up here. And, yeah. So, what the hell do we have to do? Oh, yes. So,
What the hell
as
do we have
always,
to do?
yeah, I know. I'm like
What?
so lost. The dogs
What's happening?
yapping and shit. Yes. Anyway, it's CDoc again is brought to you by the Spit Slam Record Label Group. The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, little Sean Price. We still rolling, huh? We still going.
I just wanted a bonus point because that's
what
not
do you
available
want?
anymore.
Don't get me started, man. I got stuff sitting here.
Oh, shit.
You don't got West Street Mob. You don't got Breakdance
No.
Electric Boogie.
Oh, wow. I don't
Well,
think
thank
anybody
God.
does. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, and you can also catch Flatline and I Friday nights along with Mr. Chuck D at the And You Don't Stop radio show, where I have the segment, the Spit Slam Jam of the Week. I don't remember what last week's Spit Slam Jam of the Week was because I'm
Yes,
not
you did.
prepared. Huh?
You produced it.
I still don't remember what the hell it was. What
It
was it?
was Chuck D featuring. It's
Oh, was it?
track?
Oh, Re-Rec Stadiums. Okay. It
Re-Rec
was.
Stadium.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, that's right. Oh, because it dropped last week. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, it's been
I
a
know.
long couple of days. Yes. So catch us Friday nights on the And You Don't Stop radio show on Rap Station and select stations. And next week, we will be back here Tuesday night with Jennifer.
King T.
The
We're
KING, super cool Mac Daddy himself.
We are going west side with it.
Yeah.
West Side, baby. I cannot wait.
You're lucky,
For that one.
Flatline. You're lucky. I got a
Dodge your
table.
bullet.
You're lucky because I got my Tila stuff somewhere. I can't find it.
Oh well.
And, of course, Sunday.
Yes, it's Sunday. Join Ultramag and Jenny O'Jenny along with DJ Soulbuck for the mixtape. And they'll be playing King T joints this week.
Yes,
Some
we will.
alcoholics. We'll see what gets thrown in there. Knack, we don't have tapes, but we were talking about it, and we're also working on wax for the new Chuck D album. So stay tuned for that.
White Trey Mays.
See what we can do.
Motherfucking T.
But again, thanks to Copyright for joining us. Thanks to everybody watching on the live stream, everybody watching on the replay. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. And we will see. Oh, and go check out Chuck's new vid dash for We Rec Stadiums right here on Channel Zero. We will see everybody next week on another episode of It's CDoc again.
Peace.
Here we go again.